Hi. It's a relatively cool day here in Texas, and I got back from my brother's dental appointment, and I saw confirmed Doctor Who is returning Christmas of next year in 2026, and that is wonderful. That is really good. Now, do I think Billie Piper's staying on as the Doctor full time? No. No, she's not, unfortunately. But do I think that's going to get resolved? Yes, I do. And Russell's writing it. That's good. I think that's probably going to be his last episode as showrunner. I don't want to say last episode ever, because now that Russell's gotten a taste for coming back and writing Doctor Who, and the majority of the episodes that he wrote that were fantastic were the standalone episodes, he might want to stick around and write standalone episodes of Doctor Who under the next showrunner. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Then again, I have heard him say that he doesn't want to do that because it'll make it awkward for the next showrunner, which I can understand. And I might be wrong. Russell might stick around for 6 more seasons. I don't know. But it really does seem like it's not what we think. And really what I'm wanting to say is, I think no matter what, the next era of Doctor Who is going to be substantially better. I don't think it's going to be perfect. Of course, there's always going to be issues. But the thing is, if Russell doesn't stay on, they'll get somebody else. They will, who will have a creative vision for the show. And if Russell stays, he has been, well, sad to say, brutally humbled by the reception to both of these seasons of Doctor Who. And so, I think no matter what, Doctor Who's going to be in a much better place come Christmas 2026. Now, when it comes to War Between the Land and the Sea, that's interesting because I'm an international viewer. And there's a rumor that they are delaying War Between the Land and the Sea for quite some time. Because, I don't know. I don't know why. This is the thing that fascinates me most of all, is War Between the Land and the Sea seems to be coming out later at Disney Plus than it is in the BBC. And maybe that's just because Disney doesn't want to flood Disney, or flood their platform with a bunch of content at Christmas, and so they're pushing it back. But I don't know. If they don't really care about Doctor Who anymore, why not just shadow drop it during Christmas? They don't really care about how it does. I mean, that's the real question. Unless, of course, Disney were going to renew it, but they were taking too much time, and the BBC just said, nope, bye. Which, if they did that, then why didn't they do that with Ncuti Gatwa? That's really what, I don't know. It's a mystery, an enigma of whatever. But I think Doctor Who is in a much better place. If anything, the show itself, at least the fans know where it's going. And that is way more important. It is way more important than anything else. Because if Doctor Who fans don't have a trajectory, if they don't know what's going on in the show, it not only narratively, but it creatively frustrates them. There are many fans who deal with things by creating fan fiction that deals, or doing things, but if they don't know anything about the future, they have nothing to base what they're making on. They have nothing to, and like the people who make videos, now they actually have a time frame. They know what they should be doing. This is a lot nicer, and I think I've seen someone jokingly say nature is healing, but the fandom is healing after this. And what's interesting is, as soon as the BBC announced that they were going forward with Disney or without Disney, then I see all these other YouTubers, the ones who make all their money off of screaming that every single show is somehow dead and yet keeps chugging along. Yet again, they said Disney drops Doctor Who. And I'm thinking, that did happen. That happened like 3 years ago. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of funny because they have effectively exposed that everything that they do is just trying to put a negative light on the show. The thing is, if they were actually people who cared about the quality of the show and not making money off of bashing it, then they would have, they would have been saying, okay, they're getting rid of Disney. Looks like they're probably getting rid of Russell. Maybe there's a good shot in here. No, that's not what they're saying. Of course, that's not what they're saying. They don't care about any of the shows that they talk about. They just need to bash it because their audience only comes back to watch them bash the shows. They might not even do that. Secretly, people like Nerdrotic and Heels v Babyface might love the show. Okay, maybe that's a little bit too generous of a reading. Yeah. But, all of them will fall to the side. Doctor Who has always had critics, Mary Whitehouse, for instance, and these critics might have had some significant push and pull in the show, but the show always continues. It always goes on, and nothing they can do can make it stop. And I think this kind of shows that. It shows that no matter what happens, Doctor Who will go on in one way or another. Anyway, y'all have a great day.